Hello, this is Healthy Lifestyle Africa on CRBC Radio 105.5. Healthy Lifestyle Africa is a program that gives you information on how to prevent diseases. Of course, you do know that it's put together by Asiukpo Diagnostic Medical Center, Merisleso Avenue, right here in Calabar. In this edition of Lifestyle Africa, we'll be looking at some of those questions. Don't forget, in the course of all our presentation, we kept asking the listener to please inform us of the areas they want to know more by sending short messages to us. We had a couple of them, a lot of them, but we just sampled. We brought out some pertinent questions, and the lifestyle experts are right here in the house to give answers to those questions. My name is Erim Ega. Let me inform you that I have in the house Fola Babalola. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. It's nice being here.
And of course, we also have your regular voice, Mr. Sunday Clement, a lifestyle expert from Asiukpo Diagnostic Center.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much. Well, I did say from the outset that we'll be having a lot of questions from those listening to the program Lifestyle Africa since we started. And we just sample a few of those questions that we need to provide answers to. We'll start with this one from Akpan from 8 miles in Calabar. Please send a text message asking the question, does eating too much of gari cause belly fat? Remember, we had treated belly fat here.
Yes.
So what would be the answer?
Yeah. Yes, in a way, belly fat can be induced by eating too much of starch. If you have a gari that has excessive starch, it depends on the way you process this gari nowadays. You say you have this gari, the gari doesn't swell, So if you extract too much of the starch, it doesn't swell well. So, and next time you don't have a customer. So you, as much as possible, make sure that it retains enough starch so that it can swell,
So the starchy gari?
Yeah, it swells better than the one that has less starch. So, and this starch, when you get into the system, over time, when you don't expend, produce a lot of calories and they're not expended, or you probably have a sedentary lifestyle, this energy are not expended, they are converted to fat. When they store, they don't have anywhere else to store, they start storing beneath the abdominal muscle. That is when you start observing the person with a protruded stomach. Then especially when the person takes gari more often at night. So it can also be induced fasting by when you take gari.
Okay, very well. I'll take another question. Maybe I'll direct this one to our sister in the house, Fola Babalola. Basi from Akankpa actually wants to know if supplements reduce belly fat. Supplements. I don't know. Maybe explain the supplement he meant, but what are supplements and does it reduce belly?
We have on shelves in a lot of pharmacies, in a lot of natural supplement shops. We have different kinds of supplements that people use made from different kind of things. And a lot of people try some of those ones, yes. And they take them. It actually works for a while. And then after a while, the person gets the fat back on the tummy, on the belly. And, the person keeps struggling with this belly fat. Actually, the best way to get rid of that, supplements help in some ways, but not very well. So the best way is to check your diet, delete some things, add some things to your diet, and change your lifestyle, your eating lifestyle. And then you do a lot of exercise with that. Then you can get rid of belly fat. But supplements, in a way, don't really help.
Okay, like
yes.
A lifestyle expert would always say, don't be in a hurry. Just do the exercises, and of course, you trim. But just like Sunday will always say that a lot of people are always in a hurry.
Yes, in a hurry. And you can't remain insane and expect grace to abound. You are taking supplements and you refuse to change your lifestyle. Then the supplement alone will not work.
Okay, let me remain with you, Mr. Sunday Clement. I have another one from Ian from Federal Housing right here in Calabar. The question is, does the type of food taken for dinner influence snoring?
Okay, studies have shown that your kind of dinner has a kind of bearing on how deep you sleep or how heavy it is your breathing is. So if you're looking at dinner generally, some people, part of their total package for dinner is to step it down with some kind of alcohol or take it some kind of beer, to step it down. It's still part of dinner package. So we usually advise people to eat light dinners, or they can take the dinner like 2 hours to the time they intend to sleep. If they take very heavy meals at night, there's likelihood that they will come up with snoring when they sleep at night. So
okay, are you saying that deep sleep brings about snoring, or you sleep very deep?
Necessarily, somebody can be deeply asleep without snoring, and somebody can be snoring without deeply asleep. You can just try it. Somebody who snores. You can imagine somebody snoring in a bus. How deep can sleep be in a moving vehicle? So you can imagine from the back. There was a day I was traveling and I was hearing we thought a lion entered the bus, but so snoring doesn't determine if the sleep is deep or not.
I think with time we'll take a program on the social implication of snoring.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, let me Balola. There's another question here. It has to do with the GMOs. So how do I differentiate between a GMO from organic food? This one's from A-Team. A-Team is from Udukpangi. That's where he sent the text from. So tell them what are GMOs and how can you differentiate them from organic foods?
GMOs are genetically modified organism foods, and you can differentiate them from organic. Organic foods are the regular food that we have right from the farm and straight to our kitchen.
Natural food.
Yeah, natural food. Like right now, there are a lot of fruits out there. We have seedless grapefruits, and we have the ones with seed. But most people actually prefer the seedless because, removing seeds from fruits can be very annoying, like oranges. You've taken a sip and then a lot of seeds are in your mouth. So people actually prefer to go for the seedless. But the seedless are genetically modified. They are genetically modified and they are not safe for eating. So we have different species of Irish potato, different colors. You have pink banana, green banana. Okay, the banana is green, yeah, but purple, the colors are different. Once you see different kinds of fruits that are not the regular ones, then you should stay away from them because genetically modified organism foods are cancer causing, and they can also cause a lot of medical conditions that we have in the society now.
Okay, very well. Thank you very much.
You're listening to Healthy Lifestyle Africa, a program that gives you information on how to prevent diseases.
In case you've just joined us, today's edition, we're looking at question and answer from the listener. Well, the next question here comes from Amaka from Enugu State. Well, Amaka is asking what age is appropriate to begin breast screening?
Okay, breast cancer is something that is very common now, and a lot of ladies come down with itching, they come down with swelling, come down with different kinds of funny symptoms around their breast. It is advisable that once a lady starts menstruating, she needs to start doing breast self-examination. That you don't need to see a doctor for that. There's a technique, just go around your breast with your palm and find out if there are and look for nodes and all that in the breast. At 25 years of age, we usually recommend an ultrasound for ladies. Ultrasound should be done to just routine screening to confirm the breast is okay. But at 42, we have what we call mammography. That is what we recommend. So from 40 years and above, we recommend a mammography. Mammography is more intensive. It uses an X-ray, just like the way we use the normal X-ray. It has an X-ray, and we're able to see the breast and see whatever is there. So that is what those are the age brackets when it comes to general routine breast screening.
Good. Well, there's another question. This one is from Ugebi in Yaka local government area, and it's from Marcus. Marcus is asking, how safe is zero sugar carbonated drinks?
Thank you. Zero sugar carbonated drinks are not safe. I would rather prefer someone go for a carbonated drink that has sugar than zero sugar carbonated drink.
I want to know the implication.
Yes, because it contains aspartame. They are sweeteners. Sweeteners are not safe to take. They are actually worse than sugar. You know, most sweeteners are cancer causing, so it's not safe. It's safer to take sugar, even though sugar is not also good. But I would actually prefer you taking a sugar carbonated drink than a zero sugar carbonated
Okay, Mr.
drink.
Sunday, I was like, well, just imagine, why would people just give an alternative that's even worse?
Just to give it a market value, because we're making a lot of noise on sugar. So some of these smart industrialists, they feel, oh, you people think that you want to spoil our market because people are now aware that sugar is not too good for them. Then they now get some more chemicals. Most of these chemicals are actually pesticide. They're actually pesticide, but when you taste them, they are sugary to taste. It's just like when you have saccharin. Saccharin is extracted from petroleum. You can imagine somebody drinking petrol. So it's actually extracted from petroleum, saccharin, for example. But it's cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap, very cheap. You use it in cakes, you use it on sobo, use it on different kinds of things. So, but you just brand it that contains zero sugar. But we know that it contains something more, even
Most
worse
of
than
them
sugar.
contain aspartame.
And these are known there are no scientific research, and most reasons are causing problems with people. So why don't people stay with water?
My people will die for lack of knowledge. All right, we'll take the final one on this series. I have this one from Kelvin. Kelvin sent in from State Housing Estate in Calabar. And he's asking what kind of habit or lifestyle can induce midnight hunger, I remember.
Yes.
Okay, so what habit? We'll recount.
Okay, some people can just wake up in the middle of the night and say, I feel like eating a
Feel
bar,
like snacking.
and feel like snacking. And when it becomes a lifestyle, it's not too good. That's where people start coming up with different kinds of funny bellies and belly fat and fats they cannot be able to control. So it's not a good habit, and it can be lifestyle induced. Number one is stressful kind of job. If you have a kind of stressful kind of job and you don't sleep early, you sleep very late, there's a tendency that you won't be able to sleep for long before you wake up again and you feel hunger. So for such cases, lifestyle, which is the kind of work you do, then what you take for dinner as well is also a factor. If you take a lot of alcohol before going to bed without eating, some people can say I don't have appetite, but they don't have appetite for food, but they have appetite for beer.
Okay, they have appetite for beer. Okay.
So they take beer and they go to bed. So these are lifestyle, things that can actually induce it.
And some people stay on TV late, and that could also cause.
Okay, they watch TV late.
Yes,
okay.
yes, and that could also cause it.
Okay, we've just handled some questions here. We'll continue to encourage you to send in your questions.
Tune in to Healthy Lifestyle Africa on 105.5 Paradise FM Calabar every Friday at 9 a.m.
So maybe let me start with you, Fola Babalola. We've heard these questions, we've seen the questions, you now know the direction, what people are into and all of that. What's your final take on the lifestyle in terms of advice?
I would advise people to actually eat right, live right, exercise well, and have a healthy lifestyle. That's my advice to you.
Okay, what I would say is that, which I've always said, is that living right is very cheap. It's very, very cheap to live right. But the lack of discipline is what is the problem. People don't want to discipline themselves because the bad habits are actually cheap. They are actually easier and they are sweet, to indulge in when it comes to living right. And the second thing is that people should cultivate the habit of going for checkup. They should not have to wait. They don't have to wait until they have symptoms of one disease or the other. They should cultivate the habit. It's part of living. They should cultivate the habit of going for checkup. And it's not the function of the price of this investigation. It's the culture. Even in pharmacies, they have this blood check thing. You can check it for free. You just approach them and say, please, I just want to check my blood pressure. Share, you understand? So these are things that it's an orientation, it's a culture that people need to have.
Okay, it's been question and answer edition of Healthy Lifestyle Africa on CRBC. Of course, you had answers provided to questions sent in by those listening to us, the listener. We try to provide information. Information drives away ignorance. You've heard it. So it's better you check your lifestyle. I'd like to say a big thank you to Ola Babalola for finding her time to come to the studio. Thank you very much for coming around. And again, I'd like to say a big thank you to Mr. Sunday Clement, a lifestyle expert.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's been Healthy Lifestyle Africa on CRBC Radio. Don't forget, this program is powered by Asiuko Diagnostic Center right here in Calabar. Again, we'd like to remind you that in case you want to, join us in the conversation, you can always send a short message to the number 0036 755 758 0803 6755 958. On that note, we've come to the end of the program for this week, expecting yet another interesting topic subsequently. I'd like to say a big thank you to the program producer, Stella Ifeoma. My name is Erim Ega.